Hello, hello everyone. How are you? Welcome to Divine Debut 11, and this is Kathy speaking. The messenger is here, and we're coming to you from Athens. So that's why you see a totally different setup, but the message is what's most important. I'm going to need a little bit of time to settle in and get the right viewpoint as I'm recording at a different place, different city. So the main message, as we're reading the energies, the general messages, the general energies and messages for everyone. Remember, this is not for you in particular. Take the messages that resonate for yourself and your own life around this new moon in Scorpio, which is happening tomorrow. Today is the 18th, so on the 19th, 20th, well, it's on the 20th actually. Yeah, today's the 18th, but it depends on where you are in the world. I mean, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, since it's 5 p.m., the Southern Hemisphere, they're ahead of us, so they're already on the 19th. So the new moon is happening on the 20th. Again, I'm going to say, depending on where you are in the world. So energetically speaking, let's see what the messenger brings us. I want to thank you all for your love, your loyalty, your appreciation of the work that goes into these videos, and thank you for sharing these videos, for liking, for subscribing. It's always very much appreciated. So let's see what messages are coming through. We'll be taking some dice at the end of the reading. So let's read the message. It's going to be a quick one today. What's at the bottom? We've got the Four of Wands. To me, that's like an 11-11. Four of Wands could speak to a marriage, a moment of happiness. It could speak to something that you're laying down the foundations, the firm foundations for, and it's something that you've created, you desire, you are passionate about. So we're going to have a lot of revelations, a lot of shocking turns and twists, as this new moon is with Mercury, which is information. Mercury retrograde on the new moon in Scorpio at those last 28, 29 degree, and right opposite in Taurus is Uranus. So we'll see what rebellion, what twist of fate that new moon is going to show us. And remember, it may take up to 6 months for whatever is changing for you, okay? But it could also take a couple of weeks or a month from now. Let's see what's going on. We're reading the energies. Let's go. We've got a Page of Pentacles. So there's something that you're looking at, studying, planning for the future. It could have to do with education because pages, of course, are all about learning. And this could be a message from someone that is younger, someone that holds strong earth in their chart. This could be a child as well. It could be something around innocence, naivety, or something new that is being looked at for the future. It could speak to finances, could speak to anything that gives you a sense of security and a new beginning, a physical, tangible new beginning. This could be a message as well. We do see the peacock here, which is the sign of good luck, creativity, abundance, and strong intuition. So trust that. Trust that this message will bring out those energies, those frequencies. We've got it from the page, we go to a Knight of Pentacles. Yep. We've got slow, steady paced movement, strong earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this could be an idea. This could be an idea, a message that someone is ruminating over or has been. The past could also be involved here because we've got so many retrogrades, and we see the Knight of Pentacles also facing the past. With all the retrogrades and Mercury in retrograde, I don't know about you, we've had so many issues. Washing machines breaking down. My trip from Thessaloniki to Athens, lots of traffic. So not being on time. People lose things, people forget things, there's miscommunication. I did a short before and I lost it. I had to redo it. So all these technical, anything to do with technology, white goods, the ability to travel to go from point A to point B, all these themes could be coming through with Mercury retrograde. Mercury's still in Sagittarius as I'm doing this, but on the new moon, well, he should be roughly at the 0 degrees of Sagittarius now, ready to go back to Scorpio. So we're going to have a lot of revelations. What was hidden? Scorpio new moon is going to show us what has completed since the full moon in Taurus, early November. Now, what are we beginning, which does relate to a completion, though, because Scorpio is all about a death. It's all about an ending before a new beginning. And it is a new seed that we're planting. So send your wishes out to Spirit. Let's see what comes through next. We've got the Seven of Cups. This could be relative to many doors opening. I do get Pisces energy here. Virgo, Pisces. So I do feel that Saturn and Neptune, at those last degrees of Pisces, both retrograde, who are coming out of their retrograde very soon, end of November and early December. I feel that what's going to happen now, what's beginning now, there will be revelations. There will be the ability to break through the misconceptions, the illusions, the lies, the deception, which can possibly open up many doors, right? For some of you, it could take seven weeks. It could take 7 weeks before you have the understanding of what is beginning, right? 7 weeks, close to a couple of months, let's say. Well, for everyone, it will be different, of course. But yeah, it has got, we are dealing a lot with past situations. A lot of miscommunication, misunderstandings. That's why the Knight of Pentacles is usually the knight that's stopped. This could be a stopping of, no movement forward because there's illusion, there's misconception, there's misunderstanding. It could be perfectionism here. This could be also a vision, something that we're hoping to create, something we're hoping to manifest, that we've been taking slow and steady steps forward, trying to create, to manifest, to have that physical dream, a dream, a vision become physical and tangible. Let's see. Two of Swords, so there are choices, there are dilemmas here as well, and adjustments possibly that need to be made. Someone is protecting their heart relative to what they perceive. We need to trust our intuition. There's so much water, so much opportunity now. We've got amazing aspects. Jupiter from Cancer, trining over to the Sun in Scorpio, and trining over both Jupiter and the Sun, trining over to Saturn in Pisces. So go with the flow, trust your intuition, trust that there'll be a lot of emotional breakthroughs as well. And remember, Scorpio is all about fears, hidden things, mysteries, the skeletons in the closet. Maybe your, the psyche's worst fears coming through for healing, because water does bring a lot of healing. Trust in whatever's playing out needs to happen. What else? We've got the Four of Swords. Someone needs healing. Someone needs a little bit of time here. Maybe there's been no communication. There's been a stoppage of movement, of the ability to manifest and create because of illusion, because of deception, because of choices and dilemmas here. But also, there's been a disappointment or a heartbreak here. We've got the Two and then the Four of Swords. What is hidden here is the Three of Swords. You cannot move forward. With the Three of Swords needs to be what needs to be communicated, perceived, cleared. Because there's been a disappointment, a heartbreak, maybe third parties, third parties that are blocking the ability to move forward with whatever you're hoping to manifest here. We see here the warrior, he needs time. He needs time to heal his thinking, very much up in his mind. Remember, this is a new moon in water. There's a lot of water. Here, what Spirit is saying, trust your intuition, go with the flow, feel those emotions, don't think too much. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles, again another Virgo card. So some work needs to be done still. Someone could be stuck in perfectionism. I don't know how work is connected with your situation here. This could be anything to do with finances as well, and work situations. Someone needed time off. We see someone that's exhausted here. Or something is planned and strategized for the future, but we need to revisit the past to find our way in the future here. And where there's been no action, things are going to start to roll. As I said, Saturn and Neptune from Pisces, which are closing up a major life cycle for everyone in a particular area of life. They're starting to move direct very soon. So expect lots of breakthroughs and things getting unstuck and moving forward. Okay, because this is slow but certain movement or certain effort that is being put in. Because back here there was no effort. Someone needed to catch their breath, to rest, to rethink, right? Could have to do with a dilemma or a bad choice in the past, right? Which brought a lot of misconception, confusion, illusion. But this is more about being grounded. Remember that the South Node is transiting Virgo, and Virgo is very motherly and of service, but the South Node is what we need to move away from, that comfort zone of the reality that I know where I'm heading. Maybe Spirit is saying sort of go with the flow, release, trust your heart, and don't look only at the physical and the tangible and the reality. Maybe go with the flow, maybe with the Seven of Cups, right? Which is feeling those emotions, trusting in your higher self, and knowing that you can create, that something can be created, that dream that could come real after doing the work, right, as well. So what's beneath the Four of Wands? We've got the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. She's very motherly. She's very standard. She's someone dependable. She's someone that everyone goes to for help, for mothering, for stability, for security. She's the go-to person. She's the person that's trusted. Remember, she's the minor arcana of the Empress. And we've got Two of Wands here as well. It feels like a new path has opened here. Okay, it could be related to something that you're creating as well as your stability, your financial security. There's something that's being built here, something that is promised here. Because we've got the 11 here. We've recently had 1111, right? The portal. The door has opened. And this is a promise, no doubt, because we know she's very patient. She knows what she wants. She knows what she's doing. She's strategic. She's slow. She's reliable. And she doesn't give up, right? She gets to her desired outcome. She will be celebrating something here, surely. Let's see what else. Let's take some La Vera Sibilla. I want to see what this message is all about. The Page of Pentacles, let's see here. What's this messenger about? We've got the jealousy, regrets, someone feeling, having the perception of being blocked or not being able to send this message, not being able to offer this pentacle. Negative thinking, someone feeling imprisoned, blocked. And jealousy means usually third parties. I mean, we see this person is in a mental prison, right? Because of negative thinking, because of regrets relative to the past. And there's the Vedovo. Okay, so Three of Swords. There's the Three of Swords that's been revealed. The Vedovo is crying over spilt milk. He's crying over a loss. This speaks to solitude. We see a divine masculine being in, remorse and regret and crying over something that has ended. Something maybe that was, something that took too long and there was a disappointment. Let's see. What is the Knight of Pentacles? Yeah, someone that needed time to think. The Merchant. It could be about business. Could be someone that's more up in their head than anything else. But matters pertaining to business, security, financial security, and physical matters. There's a lot of thought and slow strategic movement forward. Someone's thinking very much of moving forward, but with intelligence, I'm going to say, and one step, one foot in front of the other. Let's see what else. We've got the La Matrice. La Matrice is the female lover. She's holding something very precious in her hand, something that will be of great value. This could be a gift. This could be something that she's been waiting on that's very valuable to her. And this could be someone thinking of, offering this gift. And the gift is movement, but it does involve the past. Slow, strategic, and certain movement moving forward, because the Knight of Pentacles knows where he needs to get. He knows what he needs to do. And because of the South Node in Virgo, because we've got very strong Virgo energies here, someone needs to decide to get out of their comfort zone, out of their fears and their negative perceptions of moving forward. Let's see what the Seven of Cups is all about. Dispiacere, someone wants to clear the air. It's the Ace of Swords. There will be clarity. There will be a clearing of the air. This could be tears of joy or tears of sadness. But after a clearing of the air, a possible opportune moment to be victorious or to clear the misconceptions, there will be a dilemma here with the Two of Swords that someone may need some time to ruminate over. We've got the Two of Cups, so it could be an emotional agreement, a love connection as well, right? It could be anything to do involving with a property, with an agreement, with a business, with a contract, anything like that. I want to take one more on the Dispiacere. We've got the Ten of Swords as well here. So the Militare is someone that's very secretive, someone that was not sharing their grievances, their hardships, their battles. Someone that was very mysterious, not being open. I feel that there's going to be clarity and understanding that someone who you're dealing with was not totally clear because they had to keep their lips sealed. For whatever the reason will be different for everyone. Maybe we see a divine masculine that's under great secrecy. And maybe because of a fear of betrayal. Maybe there was a lot to lose. So these could be tears of joy or tears of sadness. It will be different for each. Again, negative thinking I get. Let's take the Two of Swords here. And we've got the Two of Swords again, unbelievable. We've got the Vecchia Signora. So someone seeking advice from someone more mature, seeking advice or in a dilemma whether to visit, to go on that voyage, seeking sound and mature advice from someone before they decide what they're going to do. Let's see what the Four of Swords means. Yeah, Prigione and the Nine of Swords. We see a lot to do with the mind, a lot to do with Saturnian blockages, limitations that have kept someone chained, not being able to move, under secrecy. The Prigione, someone sworn sworn to secrecy because there was a lot to lose, because of the law, because of a binding contract, because of fears, because it was a sign of weakness. Let's see, what else do we have on the Prigione, which is a Saturnian energy for me? And we've got Superbia. Superbia is, this is called vanity as well. Another two, so lots of adjustments, dilemmas, choices. This is a beautiful card, the Peacock, but it can speak to someone that did hold a position of abundance, luck. Yeah. Remember, the male peacock speaks to vanity. So to me, it's like a smoke and mirrors that someone was trying to bring through, trying to, I don't want to use the word deceive, but not be truthful about the reality of a situation. So showing up that, putting out that everything is fine, that I've got no problem at all, everything is fine and dandy, but in reality, we're seeing someone going through their own suffering, their own karma, their own darkest shadows, shadow period, a death process, a big change in their life, which was not easy. So yeah, I get that there will be lots of revelations. You're going to find out if you thought that everything was fine and someone here was not communicating, was not sharing their reality. I feel that there will be lots of revelations about the challenges and the difficulties that they've been going through, they've been facing. Could have been also matters pertaining to health. Someone here may have physically lost someone, right? So let's see what the Eight of Pentacles is. And we've got the Sacerdote. So interesting that Sacerdote, you could see that this is a Taurus card as well. You see that he's hiding something under his cape. And it's a number 13, which brings up the energy of Scorpio for me. And can speak to change, obviously. So lots of secrets that will be revealed. Remember that Uranus is in Taurus at those last degrees, in opposition to the new moon, obviously, exactly. So a lot will be revealed, perceived. A lot of breakthroughs will come through as well. Someone sworn to secrecy, or someone not being totally open. Maybe it had to do with their beliefs, with their upbringing, with their heritage, their family. It could have been anything to do with business as well, because we've got the Merchant here, and the Hierophant could also be a corporate situation, business. Remember, the Hierophant can also be marriage, but also a spiritual connection. Let's see what's this Four of Wands, and we'll take a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What's that Four of Wands about? Beautiful. And Six of Wands here. So Consolante Sorpresa. This to me is a Uranus card, and it speaks to unexpected positive turns. There's money coming in there. You're being valued all of a sudden. You're feeling recognized. You're feeling valued. There's sudden success here at what you're hoping to manifest, what you're creating. This is a beautiful, beautiful card to have on the Four of Wands. But I guess that because Scorpio is a fixed water sign, and obviously the fixed signs will be in challenge. If you've been dealing with, because this is a Leo card as well, logically, even though I get Uranus, is the Six of Wands, which does speak to Leo. And wands are all about fire, aspiration, creation, movement, action. not sitting back, not being slow. It feels like the energies are going to quicken up as the planets start to move forward. You know, this can happen very suddenly because I get it as Uranus. There's a consolation prize, but my God, it's going to bring great value here, which is going to give you lots of security, recognition. There's success here. What else can I say? After melancholy and believing the worst, you see that the divine feminine and the divine masculine are both in mourning. You see that. And the cross to me speaks to faith. So both needed to go through these challenges, but keep the faith. Okay? Big changes, big changes. Let's take the most important signs first of all. We've got Taurus, yes. We have Scorpio. Well, what can I say? The lunations. We've got, this is Leo. Another, all the fixed signs, oh my God. And we've got Cancer. Cancer is where Jupiter is transiting. One more. And we have Leo again. So Leo comes through very strongly. You know, the shadow side to Leo can be ego. Same with Taurus, same with Scorpio. Let's take the planets. Let's take the planets. We've got Venus. Venus means love, money, peace. Also, not only peace, but also self-worth, okay? We've got Mars. So we've got the lovers, Venus and Mars. We've got the North Node, which is fated. Whatever's fated is happening now. And the North Node is in Pisces. And we've got Neptune. Neptune is also in Pisces in a very strong position. Let's take days. I'm going to say strictly days because we're coming up to the new moon. So when will you have revelations? 11. Now, could be in 11 days or the 11th of December. We've got 1. See, we've got 111 all of a sudden. 11 and 1. And we've got number 4. So 4 days, 4th of December. Okay. You can add the numbers up as well. So that's 5 and 11 is 16. Breaks down to a 7. 7 is also the Chariot. Okay. And that means, oh my God, forward momentum. And look at what's sitting at the top, the 7. Okay. Let's take a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you. A special thanks to our patrons. And we'll be back with more, of course. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It's the Twin Flame Love Connection reading. And we'll be back to do that, of course. Thank you. Wow. Wow. If this is not a Scorpio card, then I don't know what is. Regeneration after a death. This is Scorpio energy. Number 46 equals a 10. That breaks down to an ace. What's beneath that? We've got chop wood. Chop wood, number 42. Chop wood is like the Virgo energy for me. It's like Spirit is saying you don't need to put any more work in. Something is coming to an end, but something's going to be rebirthed from the ashes. That's what it's all about to me. And let's read Chop wood, number 42. Okay, the Oracle's message says, there are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your subconscious so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it to let nature take its course, is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. And these would be negative attachments for me, negative Jobs, where have you been putting your effort, I'm going to say. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. So to me, it's like saying, don't do the practical, go within and trust your intuition as to what you need to keep doing and in which way to do it. Where relationship is concerned, nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do day to day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard-won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. That is perfect now. Hold hands, wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, say nothing, stare into the space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke, and leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple, just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well, really. Okay, and prosperity message. Now's the time to take small steps rather than larger leaps on the journey to creating your most prosperous life. Move your focus off your big dream and attend to the mundane chores. Focus on the little things that may have piled up while you've been mapping out the greater plan for the life you aspire to see manifest into reality. Chop wood, carry water, as the Zen proverb advises, or wash dishes, walk the dog. While you're doing all that, Spirit will have a chance to move mountains and set wondrous miracles in motion for you. Remain humble and aware of the present. Wow, beautiful message. It's like saying go with the flow. Just keep doing what you've been doing. And don't expect miracles tomorrow. Give it some time. Let's take the Regeneration 46. Second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. The world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. Now, where money is concerned, because Scorpio, remember, is the money that comes through from shared, it's shared resources with others, from a partner, from a bank, from a loan, from an inheritance. It's the big money. So where prosperity is concerned, what happens when it appears you've failed at something? Do you see the beauty in the lesson? The understanding that arises from difficulties is like a seed that lies dormant for a time, my friends, and that's what I feel this new seed is. Give it time. Then once it germinates in your subconscious, it pushes through into your awareness. It is becoming apparent that there is a new you, a new start, a more powerful version and form of what you began to plant in the garden of your imagination has surfaced. You are ripe for success. New opportunities, much better than those that came before, appear like gifts from the gods. And I got the goosebumps because remember what I was saying. Here is the gift, and here is the unexpected return, and the stability. You've gone over this before. It's like you're revisiting, and this is second chances, as the message says. So new opportunities, much better than those that came before, appear like gifts from the gods. Now is one of those times when out of seeming loss and failure comes remarkable abundance. And that is this. All you need to do is wait for it. and keep believing. Okay? I can't get used to the computer doing it like I used to do it. Do not dwell on the past, because you really are experiencing a rebirth. But of course, we need to revisit, as we are revisiting the past, because they do say that when you know the history and you know what's gone on in the past, you will find your way towards your next path, towards your future. Right? But be here in the now. Enjoy it, my dear friends. Thank you for your love. Thanks for sharing these videos. We'll be back tomorrow, so make sure you're tuned in. Make sure you're getting notified. Love and light, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow.